These guys are slow players.
Just a dent a little bit.
Also, it's not good to escalate the pot too strongly with how much the players start with, so it's a way of getting a bit more gameplay into this format.
I think you're right. You don't want to all or nothing it during the second level, do you?
Check.
Not unless your name's Healy.
Check.
Check.
And
300.
300.
what do you do there with Peacock's End? Do you like the bet? It's tough, isn't it?
It's horrible,
Queen,
yes.
queen,
The last thing you want to see is that
No queens.
ace or a king.
It's not been over.
And that's why a pair of kings is a far more strong hand than a pair of queens, even though there's only one pip in it.
This bet. This bet is
Far more strong. Far more strong, this bet.
King, something like that. No.
Oh dear. Snooker player.
How much was that?
I just
How much
think,
did they take there? 2.
I think Peacock put that money in saying, I want to make sure I put enough in so they can't bluff me, and so that I know it's the last money I'm putting in the pot.
Was you?
He was a lot more scared, far more scared of
You have your favourite?
getting called or raised than he was of taking the pot.
I think it was a bit.
I think you had jacks.
Yeah, I think picture pairs there. But we didn't go out in 2 hands, did we? In case you listed.
They haven't really come here to wait for the blinds to go up, have they, Steve? I mean, it's good in a sense because
I will
they all
raise.
realize that
Raise.
you're going to have to go after it.
Yeah, it's
To
very difficult to get all
Peacock's
the money in
favourite
before the
number.
blinds
Raise
get
to
big though.
120
You
total.
can't keep on
Pass.
extending your lead unless your name's
Pass.
Brad Drew.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Not with the
80
big
more.
man.
Look at Matt Dawson. Every time Robbie Paul stuck money into a pot, he's raised.
120
Bit of a
all right.
raise, isn't it? They must look pretty. He likes connected suited connectors, doesn't he, Matt?
Yes, we've got them on one.
Well, if
Lost it,
Robbie
sorry,
Paul
mate.
hits the flop,
Those hooves working.
I don't see where Matt Dawson goes.
Don't normally see a pass from me, you see. Crowbar it under his arm. Watching the TV stuff.
Oh, wow.
If Matt Dawson hits a flop, I don't
Check.
see where Robbie
Check.
Paul goes. Check. Can he check? He's got to be careful checking
100.
100.
a low 2 pair.
Still hard, isn't it?
Robbie must be thinking, that didn't hit him.
No.
He's got nothing.
Can I call? Can I raise? It's definitely the right bet, isn't it? No point in checking a 2 and a 3. The other guy could improve.
Cool.
Cool.
I have to
This
admit,
could be very expensive.
yeah, if it comes a king or a jack, Paul's done, isn't he?
Yes. As long as, well, that's helped Robbie Paul a fraction, I suppose.
Check.
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 It's giving him 6 outs.
Let's put the brakes on Matt Dawson anyway.
It's pretty.
Nice little full boat.
Well, is Robbie Paul thinking, is his king good?
I think Paul's going to bet this. He's going to try and put a bluff in. He's going to try. No, he wouldn't, would he?
100.
100.
Dear, I'm not too sure. I really don't know this. That's just very scary, isn't it?
What can you get to fold that beats you? Dawson couldn't fold an ace for only 100, could he?
What could Matt Dawson have bet in the first place? Obviously a 3, but then he's winning.
He could possibly take Dawson off a king. That's the same tying. That's what it seems like.
If you picked it up.
I feel like Dawson should raise here just so he doesn't
Yeah.
have to show his hand.
Yeah.
All in.
All in.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
raise. That is a raise, and that's end of story.
Pass.
I saw the reruns
Oh,
of
yours.
Dawson on a Master Chef. This man can cook. He's very creative, Steve, and he's brought it to the poker table.
He was poised, wasn't he? He was poised.
Yes.
Did you feel he was
Smoke.
poised? Very poised. Or you just fiddling?
Bizarre hand
I can't remember.
Full house with the deuce 3.
after raising before the flop. You can't get better than that, can you?
You really can't. That's Gus Hansen-like.
Right.
That's Negreanu-esque.
A lot of options there, weren't there? A lot.
Obviously, he'll be playing one of these players at the final table of this tournament. I mean, Dawson could...
Cool.
He's a danger.
He is, as is Brad Drew.
Cool.
Actually, any of these guys.
I think some players are,
And no raise.
just put it into the bracket, some players are more honest than others. And you can put them on a narrower range of hands in situations, but doesn't mean to say a player can't step out of line every now and again.
They've been saying that about you, Steve. I think they're going to have to change their mind.
Check.
Every day's a different day.
60.
60.
Trips.
Even if he's
Cool.
currently beaten, he can improve.
Cool.
And he's got a customer. Possibly going to get 2 here. They both have an interest in this hand.
As ugly as Voice's hand looks, obviously he can hit the deuce or the 7.
Yes, and should that happen, he may win a big pot from Robbie Poole.
That's not good. That's going to make Voice feel like he's got something. He ain't. That made his hand
Although
much
it may
worse.
slow Peacock
120.
down.
120. Plus.
Jamie Peacock must be afraid of the 7. Although if that was the case,
Call.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tom Voice bet out, but he certainly decided to slow down a bit.
Voice dogged one river, and the fact that he's actually got a pair might mean if he doesn't improve, he'll check again, but he has to bet to win. And that's if the board doesn't pair.
This is going to be damage limitation here.
Go for it, Voice.
I think he's going to check. I think.
120.
120.
Yes. What do I know? What am I sitting here for?
Oh, isn't that big enough, Steve?
Well, it's certainly not big enough. It's just. It shouldn't be big enough.
I mean, doesn't Voice have to say to himself, look, if he had the 7, he would have raised me on the turn.
I'll call.
Cool.
Yep.
Correctly identified that.
You got a 7.
No, I've only got a pair of 8s.
5.
So,
Look at Robbie Paul's face. He's got.
He's not happy.
Robbie Paul had a look of horror there. He's like, what did Voice just do? He can't believe it.
2.
Thinking how much trouble he could have got into had a 7 arrived.
We got hit with a pair on the river then.
3 would have come into play, yeah.
You won't bet out. Why would you bet out small blind with 2 people left?
Was he talking to himself or something on his shoulder or to Brad Drew there?
plus. Plus.
Peacock has to take a hand off and just sort of wipe his brow a little bit. He's been through the ringer.
Jamie Peacock seems to be a bit nervous, so he's certainly agitated, or he's a bundle of something. Obviously doesn't stay still very long. Matt Dawson,
Check.
Check.
that's the ace.
Check.
Interesting hand developing here. Robbie Poole's got a monster draw. Trouble is only one card to come.
Check.
120.
Oh,
120.
Dawson's so tricky. He's so sneaky.
Oh, yeah, we did actually. I wasn't playing.
Cool.
I was in.
Cool.
Yeah, we was juggling back home.
Well, a few times we've seen a pot over bet there. Doesn't happen that often in this particular series.
But I think probably they wanted to go.
Did he bet more? He bet more than the size of the pot.
Can't
Yeah.
Union.
I think they will.
120 to an 80 pot. He's got his reward.
It's so hard to
Check.
come back up and stay up, really.
Yeah, we tried to stick with all the England, haven't we? But
Yeah.
it's just not
Not
paying out.
happening.
Can he?
I'm going to have to check with that last card.
Check.
Yeah, yeah.
All this saying he's
Just the bullet with a
rubbish one. Harlequins do well because they held on all their players,
Given
not
up.
their big top players who like.
It looked like Robbie Week played that hand a little passive, but as it was, he saved himself tons of dough.
And after a pretty dismal start, Matt Dawson has dragged himself up by his bootlaces into second place. And it's Tom Voice and Robbie Poole who are